Welcome back, Love Nation. We are continuing with the Drake's new lawsuit after he dropped the first two. He is going directly after UMG for a lot of things that happened after the Not Like Us song came out. Again, this is chapter 3. Thank you to all that are following my videos, and we shall begin now. UMG's response to Drake was especially pervasive, given that is perfectly willing to pursue to protect his own interests when it's believed that doing so will protect his property. UMG is engaged in the business of acquiring, administering, licensing, exploiting, and otherwise monetizing the music of its artists, including Drake, and it does not hesitate to file lawsuits when doing so suits its financial interest. These lawsuits is both necessary and appropriate because UMG has repeatedly defamed Drake while exploiting and monetizing his work. With his own record label having waged a campaign against him and refusing to address this as a business matter, Drake has been left with no choice but to seek legal redress against UMG. UMG may spin this complaint as a rap beef gone legal, but this lawsuit is not about a war of words between artists. This lawsuit involves no claims against Kendrick Lamar or any other artist. Instead, it is about UMG, the publisher and exclusive right holder of Lamar's music, as well as Drake's, and his malicious decision to publish and promote through covert means false allegations about Drake that UMG knew were false, explosive, inflammatory, and certain to result in both vitriol and substantial harm to Drake's reputation. Notwithstanding a relationship spanning more than a decade, UMG intentionally sought to turn Drake into pariah, a target for harassment or worse. UMG did so not because it believes any of these false claims to be true, but instead because it will profit from damaging Drake's reputation. Drake thus brings this action to hold UMG responsible for the actual and foreseeable harm he has suffered and will continue to suffer because of UMG's choice to elevate profits over the well-being of his artists and the music-consuming public. Next chapter is explaining the parties. Plaintiff is Aubrey Drake Graham, a.k.a. Drake, rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. Drake is a citizen of Texas. Defendant UMG Recordings, Inc. is wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Music Group, Nevada, together with UMG Universal Music, a public company formed under the laws of the Netherlands. UMG is a Delaware corporation with its headquarters in California, and thus it is a citizen of Delaware and California. UMG is registered to do business in New York and maintains an office in New York City at 1755 Broadway, New York, New York, 10019. Indeed, several of UMG's record label divisions are headquartered in New York. Universal Music touts itself as the world's leader in music-based entertainment, which produces, distributes, and promotes the mostly critically acclaimed and commercially successful music to delight and entertain fans around the world. UMG has recording contracts with some of the world's biggest music stars, including Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Adele, and relevant here, Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Drake has been signed under exclusive recording contracts controlled by UMG since 2009, which provide UMG with exclusive rights to license, sell, and promote his recordings. UMG is engaged in the business of exploiting record music, music publishing, merchandising, audiovisual content, including through Republic Records, Capitol Records, Capitol, and Interscope, all of which are wholly owned divisions of UMG. As of 2024, Kendrick Lamar releases music from his independent label through an exclusive direct licensing agreement with UMG through Interscope. Universal Music also operates Universal Music Publishing Group, UMPG, as its music publishing and distribution arm. Both Drake and Kendrick Lamar's music publishing rights are exclusively controlled by UMPG under songwriter agreements. Next chapter, Judiciary and Venue. The court has jurisdiction over this action and defendant pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1332 Section A and 1 as the matter in controversy exceeds $75,000 exclusive of interest and costs and is between citizens of different states. This court may exercise personal jurisdiction over defendant pursuant to Section 302 of the New York Civil Practice Law and Rules because UMG transacts business within the state and owns, uses, or possesses real property within the state. Further, this court may exercise personal jurisdiction over defendant pursuant to 31 of New York Civil Practice Law and Rules because UMG systematically and continuously conducts and solicits business within New York and has availed itself of the privileges of conducting business in the state of New York. Venue is proper pursuant to 28 U.S.C. Section 1391B and C because a substantial part of the events or omissions by UMG giving rise to the claims occurred in the district and because UMG is subject to personal jurisdiction in this district. Background, next chapter. Liability in this case is predicated on the defamatory material which UMG published and or caused the publication of beginning on May 4th of 2024 and continuing through the date of this filing. This background section provides facts and context about the parties and the events leading up to the initial publications. Section A. Drake is internationally recognized as a multi-talented rap superstar. Drake's career spans 2 decades. While Drake first rose to fame in the early 2000s as the star of a hit Canadian teen drama television series Degrassi, The Next Generation, the rapper Drake is now known worldwide. Drake is one of the world's best-selling music artists of all time. Some of Drake's biggest hits include Hotline Bling and One Dance. Between 2010 and 2024, Drake released 8 studio albums with more than 170 million albums sold, including 244 million singles sold. Drake has had 13 number 1 hits on Billboard's Hot 100 chart. Drake's success is repeatedly celebrated by the music industry. Drake has been nominated for 55 Grammy Awards and has won 5, including most recently in 2023. Drake has also won 42 Billboard Music Awards, and in 2021, Drake accepted Billboard's Artist of the Decade Award. Drake proudly accepted the award with his young son, father, and members of his team by his side, dedicating the award to his son, friends, longtime collaborators, and peers. Drake's professional entrepreneurial, professional and entrepreneurial endeavors extend beyond music. In 2012, Drake founded the Canadian-based record label OVO Sound, which has signed artists including Party Next Door, Mahid Jordan, Smiley, and Naomi Sharon. Drake also uses the brand name OVO, represented by an owl, for his clothing brand. For more than just label merch, the clothing brand has collaborated with Canadian Goose, Canadian retailer Roots, Disney, the NCAA, the NFL, and Supreme. In addition to lucrative online sales, OVO operates several brick and mortar stores in Canada and the United States and the United Kingdom. Drake founded a multidisciplinary media production company, Dream Crew, which operates a management company, production house, and content studio. Through Dream Crew Entertainment, Drake has executive produced award-winning documentary films, feature films, and hit television programs for XF, Hulu, Netflix, and HBO, including Top Boy, which has received awards from the British Academy of Television Awards, and Euphoria, for which Drake received a Primetime Emmy Award nomination. As a celebrity with global name recognition, Drake is regularly approached for collaborations, partnerships, and endorsement deals. In 2013, Drake became the global ambassador for Toronto's NBA team, the Raptors. Since then, Drake has inspired new alternate team jerseys, narrated team advertisements, hosted a Drake night, each section, for several years, and pledged charitable contributions to refurbish community basketball courts and to support Canada Basketball, the country's national basketball federation. In 2019, the Raptors named their practice facility the OVO Athletic Center. Drake's partnership with the Raptors is significant to the team and the city. And the president of Toronto Raptors, Masai Ujiri, has said that the Raptors' relationship with Drake has always ultimately been about celebrating the city, the people who make it unique. We have something very special happening in Toronto, and Drake is a big part of that. Drake's philanthropic efforts has received almost as much attention and praise as his music. Drake has a history of making generous donations and going on charitable sprees in the community where he shoots music videos and appears on tour. Through his charitable giving, Drake has supported public schools and nonprofit educational programs, community development organizations, and homeless shelters, hurricane relief efforts, and various individual needs, including college students, grieving mothers, patients in need of surgery, and fans in dire need of financial assistance. Drake also has focused on giving back to his community in Houston, Texas, including by providing much-needed financial support in the wake of Hurricane Harvey. As UMG knows and has understood at all relevant times, Drake has never been indicted for, charged with, or convicted of committing any crimes whatsoever, much less crimes against women or any crimes against people underage. I am going to conclude chapter 3 right here. Please stay tuned for chapter 4. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I have other cases that I'm reading through also, so please be on the lookout for those too. We will be going through Meg Thee Stallion's legal filings. We're also doing the Justin Baldini, Blake Lively case, as well as others. So please be here for the next one. Until next time, you guys, be safe and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.